Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rebel Chums channel. This is the full review of the Wonderforce Maverick. It's a budget lightsaber. It costs $79 and it has a whole bunch of features. We're gonna go over it now. We're starting with the hilt itself. It's a Revan inspired hilt, as you can see. And I'm talking about Darth Revan. If you're not familiar with this character, check out his awesome lore, because it's a really interesting character. And this is basically a lightsaber based off his character, and as you can see, it's a really cool lightsaber. It has the reminiscences of Revan's lightsaber. So we're gonna start taking a look at this lightsaber. We're gonna start with the emitter. As you can see, a really nice emitter. It has a good choke point, retention screw for the blade around 2 inches into the hilt, so that's a nice firm grip. Then we have a hole, which is for light venting, so there's actually light escaping from this little hole here. That's pretty cool. Then we have an LED retention screw, and then we have a sort of greebly or just a screw there. And then we have the switch. There's a little LED behind the button which lights up in blue. And then we have the rest of the hilt. So you can see my sweaty hands on there. Really nice hilt at the bottom here. And then we got a recharge port nearing the end of the hilt. That's very convenient if you want to recharge that hilt up. And the pommel. And we have another nice view of that pommel. That looks really sweet. I like the stages in the pommel itself. It really gives a nice dimension to the hilt itself. As you guys know, normally what I do on the channel is do a few measurements. So I measure the hilt length, and I measure the blade socket depth, and I measure the weight. So we're going to do that right now. I'm going to start off with the length of the hilt. The hilt length measures from start to finish around 10 inches. Approximately 10 inches in length, which is a really nice length. For me personally, this is my favorite hilt length. And then the blade socket is around 2.5 inches deep. So that's a nice deep blade socket, and that is really cool. So that makes sense. Here's the blade, here's the LED retention screw, so you can see how deep that blade actually goes, and that's really nice. Now we're gonna weight the hilt. Put her vertically on there. It's a bit easier. She weighs 0.287 kg or 287 grams or 0.7.7 T, 0.7.6 CA or 0.635 LB. So that's a really nice weight, nice lightweight, nice little saber. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Wonderforce Maverick. The specs are as follow. They will come across the screen, or have been going on across the screen already for a bit, but I just want to reiterate, it has a for $79 you get a recharge port, you get a soundboard that has some simple motions, it has several lock-up sounds and clash sounds. It's driving a 5-watt LED. In this case red, and they come in different color options: green, blue, red, and I believe in other few colors. They have it either in a silver hilt finish or black finish. This is Ninja Black, as they call it. This Wonderforce Mavericks takes 7/8 inch blades, which are smaller than the 1-inch blade. Here's a quick comparison. This is a standard Saberforce 1-inch blade. This is a Wonderforce 7/8 inch blade. You can see it's a bit thinner in terms of dimensions. So be aware when you purchase this lightsaber, you will buy it with a smaller diameter blade. These blades are lighter and thinner than the 1-inch blades. They're made for some light dueling, so they're more focused towards kids or people that like the aesthetics of the Star Wars Rebels blades. So in Star Wars Rebels, the lightsabers had a very thin blade. That is something you can reproduce more easy with the 7/8 inch blades. But then again, they're not made for heavy dueling, so be aware of that. So I put in the blade, put in the retention screw, tighten it up a little bit, and we're gonna show you the hilt turned on. Okay, so the blade is in the lightsaber. Let's turn her on. And here we go. So it's a 5-watt LED, as I said. In this case, it's in all red. There's a massive light above this lightsaber for sake of filming. So the red is a bit washed out because the LED is super bright above me. So that's why it doesn't look as super bright it is. But in person, it's a nice bright color. You can see the shine through hole here. So that is a nice little extra bonus to this lightsaber. And it's a bit hard to see, but there's a backlight to the switch section here. You can see the blue outlining there. That's pretty cool as well. The Maverick has a small speaker, but as you can hear, it's still pretty loud. And that's pretty cool. I mean, for the price given, $79, that is actually not bad. The Maverick has some standard motions. Let me show them to you guys. So some swing sounds, as you can hear. The lightsaber also has some clash sounds. The clash sounds are actually quite sensitive, which I really like. The swing sounds are sometimes a little bit less sensitive, but this is also a budget lightsaber with a more of a budget soundboard. I mean, so I can expect it not to be super on par with, for example, a Nano Biscotti version 4 or higher. There's a little bit of a trade-off there, but I think it's still very manageable with the swings. And it's just overall a neat little soundboard, easy to use. It also has a lock-up effect, so if I push the button twice, it starts to flicker, and it locks up as long as I hold this button, or the button is, the feature is enabled, I should say. So I think overall it is a really cool lightsaber for $79 US. I think it's really not that bad. It has a recharge port, it has a relatively loud speaker, it has a 5-watt LED of the color of choice, and it has this relatively basic soundboard. But I mean, if you compare it for $79 to something from Ultra Sabers or Saberforce, you will not find anything that comes nearly remotely with a soundboard or something like this. So that is pretty cool. I think it's overall a very nice budget-friendly lightsaber. If you're looking for a budget-friendly Revan lightsaber, this might be something you want to look into. You can also buy the lightsaber, gut it, and put other electronics in if you desire. And if you're looking for something that is for the kids, or for a first lightsaber purchase, or it's a lightsaber that you want to have to take out and play around with friends, or you want to have a spare lightsaber that you can borrow out to friends to do some dueling with or whatever, this is a really good option. I mean, for $79 it comes with a blade, it comes with a recharge cable, it comes with the recharge port, it comes with the soundboard, etc. And for the price, it's really not that bad. I do an in-depth video about the handling of this lightsaber in a later video, but I just quickly covered that as well for this particular review. I like the handling of this lightsaber. It's a good two-hander, as you can see. I have a full grip on it. The bottom section is actually all smooth, so you actually could put a leather grip on it and then just poke a hole in there for the recharge port. But it can be done. Then we have the control section in the middle with the sunken button, so it doesn't snag, it doesn't automatically or accidentally turn on the lightsaber when you're holding it, or turn off when it's on. Then we have several choke points, and I really like these. They really feel very good in the hand. They really give you an additional grip. And overall, I have to say, in terms of the hilt, I'm just talking about the hilt itself, I feel it's very comparable about the feel and handling of the Vader's Vault Revan. So if you have a Revan from Vader's Vault, or you're looking for a Vader's Vault Revan and you're currently on a budget, or you just want to have an additional budget-friendly Revan besides your Vader's Vault Revan, then this might be a good pick for you guys to look into, because it does and feels very similar. Of course, the pommel is completely different. There's a whole bunch of different design elements, but the dimensions are relatively the same. The length is around the same, and it has similar designs because it's based on Revan's lightsaber. So you have these two tuba areas, and it just feels really good in the hands. And I generally feel this is a really nice pickup for $79 US. I mean, I'm not trying to upsell this lightsaber here. I got some comments on that. this is genuinely a lightsaber that I wanted to have myself and purchased because I'm a big fan of Darth Revan. So let me know in the comments what you think about this lightsaber. Are you gonna pick one up or not? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What your feelings about it? Let me know in the comments, and I'm really interested to get your feedback. Hope you liked this little video. I will do some more overview videos of this lightsaber, so don't worry about that. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.